we back up in this. It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. That's how this works. Gather round, gather round. I'm sitting on the top of the world. We got the crown, man. Boxing fans, what up, though? I want to talk some of this boxing talk. See what's up with y'all. Talk the latest and greatest in boxing. The boxing world as we know it. They hate, but don't show it. Omar, what's good? What up? What up? Ego about to spit some fire, man. I feel like it. I feel good. I feel great. We're just talking boxing.
I'm fond of trees. Well, we could survive without trees because we are originated from trees. Trees are our ancestors. Yes.
Just waiting for some more people to join. As you come in, just drop a comment. Put the thumbs up. Hit the like button. So they know we popping. They know Ego's Army full in effect. All the haters get wrecked. Up in the hot seat. We got the game on repeat. Like the Lakers, we about to three-peat. To the people who are in the stream, how did you get notified of it? What's good, Ego Army? What up, General Ego? Mr. Bank One, what's up? I just want to talk about some different things, different subject matters. To the people who are in the stream already, how did you guys get notified of it? Did you just see it? The bell icon, shout out to you. Squad, notification gang. Man, YouTube taking a minute to notify all the peeps. Gang, gang. Where everyone at? I mean, YouTube, it's weird. YouTube is so weird with the live stream. I don't think they've perfected it because sometimes it notifies people quick and people start jumping in this. Like yesterday, I did a live stream and there were over 100 people in the first couple of seconds. Now it's taking forever for people. And it's, what time? It's 4 o'clock for me. So I know it's like 7 o'clock for people on the East Coast. So I know people are up. I know people are probably off. Well, maybe people are at work, just getting off. I don't know. But what y'all could do is hit that like button so we don't have to restart this. Can y'all hear me fine? Aaron Percy, what up? See, now people are starting to come in. Yo, as you guys come in, hit the like button. The more people that do that, the more people, it'll notify YouTube that there's engagement so we can get this stream on and popping. Probably get some victims in the hot seat. See, now people are starting to show up. What's the email address to send my sample article for your site? It's all of my email address is in it's like in every video in the description box. So just check any one of my videos and my email's there. And it's also on my Instagram and my bio, if that's easier. So, yeah, I'm looking for that. Also, I'm looking for, in LA and New York especially, I'm looking for videographers to cover some of the media days and press conferences and stuff like that. Not fanboys, not people who are just like groupies and they're gonna be all googly eyed when they see these fighters. I'm talking about real people who are down to work and, you know what I mean, down to represent the brand to the fullest, spitting rhymes and bullets. Shout out to J-Dog. We got a shooter in the building. Wakanda forever. Ego Army forever. I can't do the X because I'm using one of my hands. So I'm glad we got a moderator. My moderators be holding it down. I told you we got shooters on the roof, shooters on deck, and they don't be playing. They know what's going on in the comment section. They know who's causing a disturbance, a disruption to the flow of things. But it's funny because you guys see in the comment section, people challenge me. I challenge you to a duel. They challenge me in the hot seat all the time, like last night. And when it comes down to it, they ain't talking about nothing. When it comes to explain, see, this is what I'm saying. When it comes time, it's always easier to just say random radical things. Don't have to back it up. Don't have to justify it. Don't have to explain your standpoint. That's easy. Anyone could do that. The Scholar, if you're interested, again, I don't know where you live, but description box of my videos, shoot me a quick email if it's something you're interested in. Yeah, man, they be ducking the hot seat. Again, it's easy to just talk a bunch of gibberish. Anyone can talk a bunch of gibberish and be like, oh, hey. But when you have to explain that gibberish that you talking, now that's something different. See, the thing is, I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. I'm not anything. I'm not anything above anybody else. But all I do know for a fact is if I have a standpoint, like if I say Charlo versus Golovkin is not a bad fight, it's a good fight, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I have no problem supporting why I feel that way. And it's that simple. I can tell you why I think it's a good fight. I could tell you why a lot of the people making excuses are making bum-ass excuses, things like that. But old media, that's what they can't do because they're just so used to saying it. See, for the first time in boxing, I really want to say, and I hate to tell y'all, some people probably disagree, some people would be mad, but it's not just us, but I feel like me and Dante, like specifically, we came with this new media, and then you see, you know what I mean, since that point, you see other clicks form, other people do videos, and just different stuff like that. But I feel like me and Dante show people on YouTube like a way, you know what I mean, a way out. And what I mean by that is people, they seen our whole story. Like, I don't know, I can't speak for anybody else, but I know for a fact that me and Dante particularly, we were the ones that started off in home doing videos and stuff, like talking about news clipping, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then we graduated to that, plus being at the fights and interviewing fighters and stuff like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have that other experience, you know what I'm saying? So new media, the true media, like we came in the game and showed people. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad at anybody else. I'm not mad at anybody else's movement. I don't really care what other people are doing, things like that. But at the end of the day, it's good because there's a lot of people in the past that put out a bullshit message for boxing that wasn't good. So the more the merrier. The more people that are calling the fighters out when they're ducking, the more people that are like willing to speak with rational, reasonable points, that's all good, man. But I really feel like me and Dante were some of the first people, especially on this YouTube shit, that were on the front line. And we were saying, man, Terrence Crawford's a future star, Errol Spence, PBC, let's give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? We were saying those types of things when they weren't popular. It wasn't popular to say that Triple G was ducking Andre Ward. People would be mad and you would get a lot of flack in your videos and this channel sucks, I'm unsubscribing, man. What do you mean Triple G, he doesn't want to fight Andre Ward? This is bogus, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a quick history lesson. But now, like I said, we winning. People who are being realistic in boxing, they're winning. They're getting the viewership. What happened to all that? Like I said, what happened to them channels talking all that bogus shit? Like, oh, Floyd cherry picked his whole career. PBC, they're bankrupt. They can't pay fight. What happened to those? All those channels, all those writers, all those people. Like, where are they at in the game? Where are they at in the game? Wilder's bum squad. Charlo's haven't done. You know what I'm saying? Where are all the people saying like the typical stuff that we all expect them to say? How well are they doing? How many views they get a month? You know what I mean? How actively are they still making videos? You know what I mean? Things like that, man. Edgar Zapata arguing stupid stuff. Nobody's Ellie's Ellie. Ellie's been in the game. He has a big channel. But see, this is the thing. This is not, like I said, I'm not in competition with no one. I do me and I keep it pushing. Bottom line is, like, even if you really want to be trill, like guys like Ellie, I see him at fights, he's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I came up different than Ellie. Like, I wasn't in people's gyms and getting media credentials and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm at the fights with all the top channels. Any fight that I really want to go to, you know what I mean? So everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own way up. But I ain't been doing it as long as a lot of people. And when I was doing it, it wasn't like I was doing it like other people, covering all the fights and stuff and footage. And so, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Michael Brown says bum. Who's a bum? Foreman Mills. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, Ego, I saw Canelo versus Triple G for the second time today, and I had Canelo winning, but it was close. I'm not mad at the draw. Like, listen, the thing is, what I hope to do in the boxing game is what I've been doing, and that's tell the truth. Just be honest with myself. As long as I put my best foot forward, I'm honest with myself, I'm pure, and I'm doing things for the right reasons, then I feel like I'm good. I feel like I can go anywhere my heart takes me. And a lot of people aren't willing to look within themselves and really be analytical and objective when it comes to boxing. If you act like Triple G ran away with the Canelo fight, then I probably don't really even respect your level of boxing knowledge. Not saying if you pick Triple G to win, then you don't know what you're talking about. I don't care. If you picked him to win, that's cool. That's different. I'm talking about the people who are making it like this was a spectacular. To me, I told y'all, to me, like, really thinking back on the fight, nobody showed separation. Neither one of them looked spectacular. I would never say the performance from either guy, Canelo or Triple G, was their best work. I've seen fights where, I mean, how could you? When they've stopped guys, you know what I mean, with names and stuff. You're going to say Canelo looked better versus Triple G than he did with Kirkland? No, because he was piecing up Kirkland. And then he ended up getting a stoppage. You know what I mean? Same thing with Triple G. Triple G's had more impressive performances. So neither one of them showed, neither one of them really showed separation, to be honest. So that's what we're looking forward to in the rematch, to see who can show the separation and make the proper adjustments, who wants it more and shit like that, who really wants to define and kind of answer all questions from the first fight. But yeah, for the people, again, I've been very consistent with it. I've been the first to tell you, Adelaide Bird, quote me on this, and please, like Pac said, and please print that. Adelaide Bird's scorecard was bullshit, and please print that. We all know that. Nobody is saying that was a good scorecard, but again, I maintained from the beginning, neither Golovkin nor Canelo deserved 10 rounds in that fight. I didn't see it like that, and I was there. I never seen any person dominate 10 rounds to the point where you're like, man, he won 10 rounds easy. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I didn't see that. Shout out to Cali Enigma. He got the super chat game kicked off with a $5 shmoney game donation. Jim Lampley gave Triple G credit from block punches. Shaking my fucking head. That's that Lampley stuff. He did that with Pacquiao. Pacquiao, to me, didn't. I thought Pacquiao beat Bradley in the first fight, but he didn't look good in doing it. Just like I thought Pacquiao beat Jeff Horn barely. What'd that girl say? I cannot see him legally barely. Like in the Pacquiao fight, he bang bang. Jim Lampley's talking about some bang bang shit, and Bradley's like slipping punches. What do you mean bang bang bang? So yeah, Jim Lampley be on one. He be on one, like giving credit for partially blocked, absorbed shots. That's why Roy Jones is always correcting him, because the actual fighter, the guy who knows his shit, like Roy Jones, He sees it. Triple G eked the first fight, but Canelo will take the second without question. Yeah, like, see, my thing is this: if you're reasonable with whoever, people always say I hate this fighter and that fighter and I'm biased. Okay, cool, but you notice I'm like one of the chillest people in boxing. Like, I'm not really a bunch of name calling. It's, I give you my opinion and keep it pushing. That's it. I'm not insulting Triple G as a man. I'm not insulting Canelo as a man. I'm just telling you who I think will win. You know what I mean? So if people are realistic with their fight breakdowns and stuff, I have no problem. But when you got to start calling, hey, bitch, Canelo ain't gonna do shit. He's getting knocked out first round. Like, when you have to do all that, then how can I respect your opinion? You're not even talking like regular. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Golovkin didn't even knock Ashita out in the first round. So why would he knock out Canelo in the first round? It's possible because it's boxing, but it's highly unlikely, especially when they already went 12 rounds and Canelo didn't even get hurt. You know what I mean? So the people that talk crazy, there's the ones in boxing that you have to like take what they say with a major grain of salt. No, I didn't rewatch the fight. I don't really feel like I have to. I feel like I have a good, from seeing it live, I could watch fights. See, this is the other thing. I can watch fights with motherfuckers next to me and not be influenced by what they're talking about. Because I know firsthand, a lot of these motherfuckers don't, especially at the fights, when I go to cover fight, a lot of these motherfuckers, see, this is the thing. People think because you're a boxing writer, that means you know what boxing is. You might know the players, dates, and venues. That don't mean you know boxing. There's people on YouTube that know way more about boxing that don't cover fights. You know what I'm saying? But just from just breaking down the fights and behaviors and patterns and what type of punches they'll be throwing, there's people on YouTube that know way more than people who are credentialed. So I'm not like, I'm not influenced by shit like that. That's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a free spirit in some regards. Like, I don't think because you went to a prestigious college for like acting or directing, that means you'll definitely be a better actor than somebody who is just very talented and works on their craft. You know, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably directors who never even went to college that are dope. You know what I mean? Or actors that are just naturally have the ability, cry on command and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm not impressed by it just because you write articles or, you know what I mean? And see, this is the thing with old media. This is how old media thinks. And I know I'm going off on a little tangent, but this is how old media thinks. They think like, oh, I got a college degree in journalism. I don't give a fuck. Well, who cares? College degree they don't teach you boxing. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you to be right. Like, I took some college, but I didn't get a degree in journalism. But if you did 10 fight predictions, I'd get more right than some of these motherfuckers with a degree. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's kind of how old media think. Oh, I write articles for a major website. Nobody gives a fuck. Boxing fans don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? I write articles on my website when I want to, because I'm my own boss. I do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean you know shit about boxing because you write articles. Jim Lampley and Harold Letterman need to leave boxing. Yeah, like, see, this is the thing. I met like Harold Letterman, been in the same room. I don't have no problem with him as a human. I don't want to wish nothing bad on him, but like, his scoring is it's like deteriorating. It's like, if they're pushing such an all action style that if there's two fighters and one has an all action style, then they're gonna rock with that person. Because they're like pushing forward. I'm surprised they were even showing love to Billy Joe Saunders, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because David Lemieux, he's the type who keeps plotting forward and stuff. You'd be like, okay, Jim, 2-2, David Lemieux. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? David Lemieux's getting schooled up right now. What do you mean? But he'll give him rounds just because he's coming forward. That's stupid. You don't get, that's like participation points. You don't get no fucking points for coming forward when you ain't doing shit. Like, what? How is that? That's like going to class, but you're not turning in your assignments. You don't, just because you're present for the class That's half the battle. That don't mean you gonna get credit for assignments you haven't turned in. You feel me? Like, just because I've never missed a class. I've never missed one class. I come every day. That don't mean shit if you're not turning in your paperwork. And that's how it is with these action fighters. If you're an action fighter and you're actually doing some shit, then that's cool. But if you're an action fighter and you're just coming forward and you're getting your skull boxed off, then that's different. Now we have a different fight and we got to judge it differently. Triple G was getting hit way too much. Man, listen, honestly, I think Canelo could have won the first fight hands down, like, and made it a little bit easier on himself, but he made some mistakes in there. And you know what I mean? And credit to Golovkin. Golovkin's, he has heart, you know what I mean? He's not there to lie down. So Golovkin did do some things that also makes it complicated, but I think Canelo's just overall the more skilled guy. Like, as long as he doesn't fall asleep behind the wheel or make a dumb mistake and get caught early or something where he can't recover, then I'm picking him to beat Golovkin in the rematch. I think he could have won the first fight. Triple G, y'all, like I said, this is why I don't even like talking boxing. Like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm a cut above or any bullshit like that, secret society, because I'm one of y'all at the end of the day. I started out just being a fan, and you know what I mean, we grew the brand, God willing, through the fans, through the support, we grew everything. But at the end of the day, this is why I don't like talking boxing, because a lot of these motherfuckers aren't realistic. It's like you have inherent favorites who you like. You're not willing to really be realistic to break down the fight. So it's like a waste of time. You know what I mean? It's like talking to a brick wall with some of you guys. So I just say my piece and keep it pushing. That's really what I know. But the things that I notice is like with Golovkin, one big question I have, maybe someone can answer this for me. Like, we'll see. Maybe this leads to a hot seat. We don't know. But the way I look at it is elite fighters, guys who are very, very skilled overall, usually no matter who they step in the ring with, their best attributes that they've showed us in past fights and previous fights show up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's cool, people have bad nights and stuff, but I look at Golovkin's last two fights and the things that even myself thought he was really good at or great at didn't really show up. Like, previous fights against lesser opposition, the combination punching was on point. He's put together punches fluidly. He would trap you on the ropes. He would be very masterfully cutting off the ring on you. He has a jab. But then his last two fights, what happened to that? You know what I mean? No, actually, his last three fights, we'll even say Kell Brook, and I can explain to Kell Brook. Even though he beat Kell Brook, he still was in there with the welterweight, and I don't like. Listen, we'll do a hot seat right now. If anybody disputes this, we'll do a hot seat right now, and I promise I will body you. When Triple G fought Kell Brook, he looked sloppy. Does anyone disagree? Does anyone disagree? And you'll get bodied on the spot. I promise you, if you disagree with that, then you'll get bodied on the spot, and I'll show you. I'll show you how you get bodied. So once again, in my opinion, Triple G looked sloppy, even though he was the victor for the Kell Brook fight. I truly believe that. Does anyone disagree? Okay, we got our first hot seat. Marcos, hey, dude, I'm gonna give you an option because you didn't say nothing reckless. I just want to know, do you accept this hot seat? Marcos A, do you accept the hot seat? I'll give you one chance to back off the block. And once again, the question is this: do you believe Triple G looked? Someone said, "Don't do it, Marcos." Marcos A, what I'm saying is Triple G looks sloppy versus Kell Brook, even though he won and stopped him, fucked his eye up and all that, right? Do you accept this hot seat? That's all I need to know. What's a false flag? Why y'all saying that? J-Dog, why do you say that? Did Marcos respond? Marcos A. See, why is it always these games? Listen, you see when I say stuff, I'm about it. Like Master P, I'm right here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the work. I'm saying, hey, I'm a gladiator. Y'all supposed to be gladiators. I got a point. If your point differs, let's settle it right now. I'm saying Triple G, despite knocking out Kell Brook, he looked rather sloppy in the Kell Brook fight. And where's this Marcos character? Where is he at? I want to know. See, this is my thing. Ego, they don't want no smoke. This is always what I go through. Every time in the hot seat, almost every time. It's seldom he backed out. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, people always see I know I've been dealing with casuals since my channel opened, so I know the patterns. I know it's just like I don't really watch The Walking Dead, but I'm assuming since every episode's about zombies and shit, they know little patterns with the zombies. They know little ways the ways they think and shit like that. That's how I am with these casuals. I've been doing this so long, so I know little things about them. And he did he listen? I didn't see his responses. All I need to know is if he said yes. Marcos, do you want to be in the hot seat arguing that point about if Golovkin looks sloppy versus Kell Brook or not? He fell for the mousetrap. Non-playing words, disagree. This I agree. 4th time now. Listen, keep playing games if you want to, then you'll be on timeout because we're not really here for that. My shooters don't play. You know what I'm saying? So we'll let it slide for right now, but we're really trying to get to the bottom of boxing. Anyway, like I said with The Walking Dead, episode after episode, they're being chased by zombies or whatever, so I'm sure they understand patterns. They understand patterns with the zombies and how they think and stuff. That's how it is with me and the casuals. I know certain things that I say because I'm comfortable in saying it, and they're not used to people saying some of the stuff I say. They're gonna want to challenge it, which is fine. They're gonna want to challenge it, but this is the thing. They don't really think it through. They don't think it through. They just hear what you say and don't like it, so they're instantly gonna want to like dismiss it and or rebuttal it. But this is where they get caught. They don't think it through. I've thought it through. They don't think it through, so they don't like, oh, you saying Triple G looks sloppy. He did. To me, he looked sloppy versus Kell Brook, right? Despite winning, despite breaking Kell Brook's eye, I watched the whole fight. Despite all of that, the corner stopping, despite all that, I think he looked rather sloppy. You know what I mean? And again, the casual, when they hear that, oh, you hate Eastern European fighters, you hate guys from Kazakhstan, you hate Triple G, I disagree. But again, when it comes to the hot seat, they never want to step up. We got triple-digit viewers, gang, Ego Army, Ego Mafia. I told you we the mob money on top of boxing, but we got to get the likes up. Got to get the likes up. Who's here? You're here for the hot seat, TD 202 mixes. Like, who wants it? Listen, I'm gonna ask again. This is an open hot seat. I think Golovkin looks sloppy despite the outcome versus Kell Brook. If you disagree, stand up right now or forever hold your peace. Don't let me explain it and then be like, oh, I disagree. Say it right now. Anybody who's watching, there's over 100 people in here. If you disagree, we can go back and forth in the hot seat real quick. Anybody. Man, whatever. See, I can't get no work. That's what I'm saying. I guess I'm Errol Spence of these boxing conversations. The question, once again, for people who are just joining or scared to step up, I think in the Kell Brook fight, I think Triple G looked rather sloppy. Even though he was victorious, I think he looked rather sloppy. He didn't look great as a totality-wise to me. And I'm asking anyone who disagrees to jump in the hot seat, and it's just a bunch of ducks. And I know there's somebody out of 100+ people that disagrees because they'll be like, oh, what? That's bullshit. Because you guys do it in the comment section of the videos where I've said it. You know what I'm saying? And They're, oh, that's bullshit. Kell Brook's eye was fucked up and his corner stopped it. So they'll use that. That's their rhetoric of how Triple G didn't look sloppy. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I can't get no word. But anyway, just look. I just Googled this. Look at this. And it's not just about pictures, you know what I mean? I watched the fight. It's not just about, because you know what I mean? I'm sure you'll find some pictures of Kell Brook getting hit. But look. Look at all these pictures of Golovkin. And see, this is another thing, is I'm considering everything considered. Listen, now somebody wants it after I begged for someone. Mac Dre says, what are you talking about? He quit. Actually, one more time. Do you think Triple G looks sloppy versus Kell Brook? And how did he quit when his corner threw in the towel? Doesn't even make sense. He quit, but his corner made the decision. Sounds pretty stupid. But anyway, Mac Dre. And I'm from the 707, just like Mac Dre. But you gonna get this work. Do you think Triple G looks sloppy? Triple G hurt. Okay, that boy, Triple G hurt that man. Do you think Triple G looks sloppy versus Kell Brook? If you don't, all you gotta do is say yes, like Floetry. Look, see, why are these comments pouring in, but nobody's accepting the hot seat? There's two people who are on the verge of it, but they won't man up and just say, yeah, let's do the hot seat. That's all you have to do. So that boy, Mac Dre, who wants the hot seat? Pick out of both of y'all. Somebody gonna get sacrificed. I promise you. Look, no smoke. That's, see, I mean, y'all see it. Listen, if you have such a great point, and my point is shitty, then why won't you take the hot seat? You gonna blow me out of the water, embarrass me. You gonna prove me wrong. It should be easy, right? Damn, this is sad. I really feel like Errol Spence. I gotta fuck around and beg someone for the hot seat right now. You know what I mean? I already did the call outs. I gotta, you know what I mean, hope. This is crazy. Man, I'm not playing no game. Scale 1 to 10. How sloppy was Triple G? Hey, he was sloppy. He looked sloppy in that fight. Period. I'm not, fucking 6.3. I'm not doing no scale. It's just overall he didn't look sensational, especially all things considered that he was in there with the welterweight. Damn, I never thought it'd be this hard to get a hot seat. I can't get a hot seat, yo. Usually somebody would, even if it's radical or whatever, usually somebody will step up. You have to make a different call out. Everyone knows Kell Brook was winning the fight and lost due to the injury. No, not, see, but that's not true. Because I've made videos and I've said the same thing. And once again, in a video, audio video, where the video can't talk back to you, people disagreed in those videos. They're, oh, you just hate Triple G and this and that. He didn't look sloppy. What are you talking about, ego? But now all of a sudden, everybody, I guess, agrees with me. But somebody tell me how many dislikes we have in this video. How many dislikes do we have on this live stream? I guarantee you we have some dislikes. But where are they? Where are the dislikes at? 11, 9, exactly. So there should be 12 motherfuckers who want the hot seat right now because they disagree. They disliked it, right? I can't get no work, man. Straight up man fans. Whatever. Nobody still? I still can't get no work? I still can't get that work. All right, someone do a countdown because I'm about to explain how I'm gonna prove that Golovkin looks sloppy in the fight. I'm about to prove it, right? Somebody do a countdown from 15. And once again, we'll give somebody the opportunity to jump in the hot seat. Anybody. So 15 seconds. If anyone disagrees, speak up now, just like a wedding. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, who wants it? Yuchi I says I want it. Hold on, stop the countdown. So once again, you're saying, Uchi's saying that Golovkin didn't look sloppy versus Kell Brook, right? So you're in the hot seat, explain. Finally, he's trolling, he's gonna get his troll ass put to bed. Hot seat way. All right, Uchi. Uchi Wally Wally, bang bang, Uchi Wally Wally. Touch my button. You really work me out. Come on, Uchi Wally Wally. Come on, Uchi. Uchi, we wait for you, Uchi. Bro, I would not even name, if you're a guy, I hope you're a girl, because that Uchi sound weird for a guy's name. Like, hey, I'm Darnell, what's your name? Call me Uchi. I'm Uchi. Hardcore rapper, but he's Uchi. Man, come on, let's get it, Uchi. Oh, he responded? Hold on, Uchi. Let me see what Uchi... He said, for the sake of argument, that's how you know you copping, please. One, Golovkin had an issue with the flu that day. Was effect... Okay, now you really getting bodied. See, listen. This is why I can't deal with casuals and man fans. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all. See... I'm gonna show y'all. This shit is too easy, B. I told you I proved. Oh. Hey, Kennedy, you gotta chill. So he said, what about flu game Michael Jordan? That's a good question, though. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all, if y'all want me to body this man, one take Jake, like Jay-Z, I'm gonna do this in one take. I'm gonna body him in one take, just off of that, cause y'all making up excuses. One take Jake. I'm gonna do this like Ho. Everybody put hell yeah if you want me to body this man in one take. I don't even need multiple response. I'm gonna body him in Uchi. You gotta go. I gotta get you, Uchi Wally Wally. We're gonna do this in one take. If y'all want me to one take him, and really take him, pause. Can I get a hell yeah from the congregation? All right, let me get this man. Now, see, this is you're a man fan, and I'm gonna show you why. Because you conveniently look for any way out, any way out. When somebody is saying something that you don't want to hear, you look for any way out, right? So now you're saying that, oh, Triple G, with all things considered, he was sick. So as a result of him being sick, that's why his performance suffered. Well, guess what? You can't, what you do to people at the barbershop that don't really know boxing, or people at your job, it's not gonna work with me, because I know my shit. First of all, Gennady Golovkin was sick. He had the flu when he fought Gabriel Rosado, and he bloodied Gabe Rosado's whole face up, right? And he buckled Gabe Rosado, who's also tough and a warrior, and then he ended up stopping him. And then Billy Briscoe was like, oh, your son's gonna die. Like, he was like really worried for Rosado. So we know Golovkin was actually sick during that performance. They admitted it immediately after the fight, and he fought that fight, and he looked better than he did versus Kell Brook in that fight. Like I said, he had Gabe Rosado's whole face leaking. So once again, that's 1 point. 2 point, because I told you I'm gonna get you in one take. Abel Sanchez, people were saying that Golovkin looked weight drained and he was sick and all kinds of stuff. Abel Sanchez already has been on record and he admitted that Golovkin, nothing was wrong with him. So that's an excuse. Exhibit A, one take. September 9th, 2016. Is Golovkin sick? NewYorkFights.com. And then Michael Woods, who runs this site, works with Ring TV also. Is Golovkin sick? No, says promoter Tom Loeffler. Right? Golovkin's manager. Triple G being sick was just stupid talk. So right there, I've already bodied your excuse. His promoter and his trainer said that's stupid talk. He ain't really sick. That's just people talking and speculating. So now that we've taken your excuse and we've drug it into the ground and turned it into shit, right? Straight manure. Now let's get to the rest of you getting bodied. So, see, that's what I'm saying. They want to make an excuse so bad. Oh, he was sick. He was ill. But his promoter and his trainer already said he wasn't ill. So how are you? You know more than Tom Loeffler and Abel Sanchez about his health when they're with him. They're in the UK with him. You're Uchi. Your name is Uchi, so I know they ain't giving you a passport. You wasn't with him. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Let me body this man. Hold up. If y'all want me to finish this execution, can I get one more hell yeah? And I'm gonna body him and prove that Golovkin looks sloppy. Bye-bye, Uchi. Uchi Wally Wally, he bang bang. Uchi Wally Wally, he really hurt my body. He really. Let me body this man. I told y'all, one take Jake. Shooters, be ready. Let's get it. Abel Sanchez. Golovkin was too anxious. He was a little sloppy. So Golovkin did an interview where Golovkin did, listen, hey, Portia, don't block people until they get voted out. Because he will get voted out, but let them, I want them to fit it. They got to feel the rest of their ass whooping in this hot seat. Don't block them prematurely. But anyway, because I have to take away moderator credit if you guys start blocking people before it's finished. Anyway, Abel Sanchez said that Golovkin was sloppy. He was too anxious. So why is it? See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I see what y'all be doing, man. You gotta do something, baby. I see what they be doing. When I say it, I hate Golovkin. I hate Eastern Europeans. I never give them credit. Shout out to Thomas Sapp, $5 Shmoney Gang, because he know I caught a body, right? So it's always a problem with me. It's me, ego, you suck, ego, you did it, ego, you're biased, ego, you hate Eastern European, right? But his own trainer, is saying that Golovkin looked rather sloppy, right? And he was too anxious versus a welterweight in Kell Brook. So once again, this is what they do. It's always when I say the same shit, even if his own trainer is saying that, right? When I say the same thing, I'm the bad guy. So Abel Sanchez could say his own fighter looked rather sloppy. We got another super chat, $15 Shmoney Gang from Lukey Boy. Says, keep up the great work. You're the voice to the people. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Shmoney guys, the Shmoney Gang. $15 in the books. Book. But again, Abel says it and it's all good. I say it, I'm racist, I'm biased. I never give Golovkin credit. Like, come on, man. This game, y'all can't beat me at this game. These young boys can't beat me. They can't beat me with this dumb rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at it, there's no discord. Like Andre Ward, for example. He says, I beat Kovalev. Virgil Hunter ain't doing interviews saying, oh, no, you know, Andre, I really think he lost the fight with Sergey Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? Virgil Hunter ain't saying that. Like saying the complete opposite. So why? Y'all sound stupid. Roger Jones says, Boxing Ego, you are hating on UK fighter, dude. I'm not even talking about a UK fighter. Next. Harlem Future, $2 super chat. Yo, I turned 20. It's my birthday, Ego. Shout out to Harlem Future. He be tuning in. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoy this special day. Get everything you wanted. Blow out some cake. Make a wish. Eat some good food. Happy birthday. Now y'all can get rid of Wally Wally, because I know I bodied that man. I don't even have to vote, but we'll do it for the sake. If Wally Wally got bodied, everybody put your L's up so my shooters can see it. Everybody wish Harlem Future a birthday, and then when you're done, wish them a happy birthday. Put your L's up for Wally Wally, who didn't last the hot seat. He talking about, oh, Golovkin didn't look sloppy. He had the flu. I just proved he didn't have the flu because his own people say he didn't have the flu. Huh? And I just proved he looked sloppy. His own trainer said he looked sloppy. What are you saying to me? What are y'all really talking about right now? Fuck you mean? All right, since Bravo 7 Even wants to play games, he put that the guy beat me twice. He says WW. So explain. You got 15 seconds to explain how he didn't get bodied and how he beat me, or you're getting blocked. So shout out to Bravo for setting himself up. Shooter, get Wally Wally out of here. Uchi_1 or something like that. And then after that, get Bravo out of here if he has not responded in 15 seconds. This how I'm gonna do y'all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, W. You playing games and stuff. I know I bodied that man. So I know now you, Bravo 7 Even, you got less than 15 seconds to explain how he beat me and got the W. And if you can't, bye-bye. I got a W, not him. Nope, you playing games. Shooters, get Uchi and get Bravo 7 Even. This is how we do them. Y'all playing games. We not playing. It's not a game out here. Death Row East, I told you. Shout out to Gerald Del Gadillo, $2 super chat. Triple G is knocking Wendy's little brother out May 5th. Hey, if he does that, props to Triple G. I mean, I'll give him massive props. If he because he didn't knock out Danny Jacobs. He didn't really even knock out he knocked out Kell Brook, but he didn't. What I mean is, like, he didn't put him to sleep like you're talking about, right? So if he does it to Canelo, props to him, because Canelo just went 12 and didn't really get hurt. So, I mean, if you're right, then listen. See, that's the thing about me. I can give my opinions all day. I can say I think Canelo's a more skilled fighter. I don't have anything against either guy. I don't have anything against Triple G. I don't have anything against Canelo. May the best man win. I'm just glad that they're motherfuckers is fighting, and we don't have to worry about it's not 2016 again. Like, oh, what weight? I'm not fighting you at that weight. I'm not ready to move up. Oh, here's the belt. I'm just glad we're not worrying about that. Shout out to Golden Boy. Shout out to Tom Loeffler, K2. Shout out to Canelo, Triple G. If they knock each other out, if one knocks the other one, man, props. Props. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all be too, because there's a difference between, I guess, what I do. And, like, I'm a fan of boxing, don't get it twisted, but last year, I'm right next to Floyd Mayweather and sipping whiskey from Conor McGregor and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I don't get starstruck. I'm not buying t-shirts. These guys are just cool, regular people to me. Just great athletes and millionaires and all that. But, you know what I mean? This shit is regular. I chopped it up with Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is normal. I don't have to be all, like, super vested and, oh, if Triple G knocks out Canelo, you're going to shut down your channel and all that stupid shit. If Triple G knock out Canelo, I ain't shutting down shit. If Canelo knock out Triple G, I ain't shutting down shit. It don't matter what, it could be another draw. I'm not shut. Like, that's how I could tell when we're dealing with emotional fans, because they're the only ones that say dumb shit like that. I worked hard for the last couple of years, hard, to get my channel to where it's at 110, 111,000 subscribers. We verified now. We a brand now. We got a website. And you talking about shutting your channel down because of an outcome of one fight. I could tell you don't run no business. You talking about, oh, hey, you're going to shut your channel down after this. Why would I? I've been wrong before. I picked Rigga now over long. I'm not shutting my channel down for no fight. Y'all sound crazy. Hey, why is Mac Dre even in here anymore? Get out of here. You already lost. But listen, Steve Madden says Rigga now let us all down. But check this. I mean, he did. No one, like I said, quitting is taboo in boxing. I get that. But at the same time, he at least had the cojones to do it initially. He moved up 2 weight classes to fight a fellow 2-time gold medalist. Shout out to Fannin International Boxing, $5 Shmoney Gang. You are funny as hell. Love the channel. Peace. Shout out to you, Fannin. Man, I'm just real. I'm just an honest person. I'm not trying to be like overly funny. This is how I've always been in life, I guess. Call me the class clown. I don't know. I'm just honest when it comes to this. But like I said, I feel you say, oh, Rigga now let us all down. But again, he at least had the cojones to fight somebody who was bigger than him with equal amateur, if not greater, because I think Lomachenko had more amateur fights, but they both had Olympic gold medals too, right? And what I'm saying is this: yes, quitting is bogus, and everyone got, you know what I mean, like shamed Rigga now for it. But if more fighters, listen, if more fighters were doing that, showing the initial cojones that it takes to jump up 2 weight classes, then I'm sure you would see a lot more of that. Even your favorite fighter. Like I said, if I put it down like this. If Gennady Golovkin moved in one fell swoop from 160 to 175 and fought the most decorated guy at 175, whoever you think that may be, then there's a chance he could lose. You know what I mean? And that would apply for anybody. If what's the name? Vasyl Lomachenko moves to 35 and in one fell swoop he goes to 47 and fights Terrence Crawford, fights Errol Spence, then guess what? There's a strong chance Lomachenko will get his second L. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's like bashing Rigga now and shaming him. I get it. Nobody likes to see someone quit, but he called out a man, came up short. He knew what he was signing up for, but at the end of the day, he at least took the risk. He at least took the risk. You know what I'm saying? And if more people just risked it all like that. Hey, y'all cold-blooded. I guess Uchi, he somehow like made it through the hot seat. My shooters didn't get him. And then he left a comment and my shooter is like, bow. And my shooter just got him. That's funny. That's funny. I guess he shouldn't have commented. He should have just been in the chat and no one would have known. Charlo's a nightmare for Triple G. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Rigga now moved up 2 weight classes. Charlo's in Golovkin's weight class. And people are making excuses. Oh, Triple G, he doesn't have to fight him. Why should he fight him? He doesn't bring anything to the table. Listen, like, first of all, fans that be talking all that extra shit, they're full of shit. And I'm going to tell you why. If y'all want to know why, can I get a hell yeah? And I'll explain why. Fans that be talking all this money and A-side and stuff, just put a hell yeah so I can break it down for y'all. Shout out to Keith Brown, MMA and Boxing, $2 Shmoney Gang. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Okay, this is why fans that always talk. First of all, the fighters are the ones that gotta manage and make these deals. Ego off that Henny? No, I'm not. I just actually went to get my hair cut. Shit looking fly. It's a good day out here in the California IA, so I'm not off no Henny. Actually, I haven't drank in like 6 months, 7 months, just cause. So you're lying. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. My thing is this: the fans that always talk this A-side stuff, really, who cares? As long as the fighters, it's really up to the fighters and their teams to come up with a deal that works, that they are content with the amount of money. As a fan, why do you care? Why do you care if Joshua is giving Wilder more money he's ever seen? None of them motherfuckers is gonna give you the money. You know what I'm saying? It's not like AJ's gonna be like, oh hey, random person on YouTube. Here's 100,000, my money. Thanks for the support. You know what I'm saying? So who cares if Wilder's never made this paycheck? He should get this money. Like, well, fans do too much with all that, right? You should be concerned with the best fights available that you want to support happening. Period. You know what I mean? And like I said before, everybody wants to be Money Mayweather, but they don't want to go through the pretty boy Floyd stages. Not near one of any of these current fighters, for real. Not one of these current fighters are on a Floyd Mayweather level. Not one of them have done what Floyd Mayweather's done. That's provable. Not one of them. And what I mean is, you look at Floyd, how much money he's generated for the sport, how much money he's generated for his own bank account, the record-setting goals and accolades and live gates and this and the magnitude of the events. Nobody's done that. Nobody has done that. D. Jones, you're making excuses. You're talking about Mayweather sucked the life out of boxing. You sound crazy. You sound crazy. Listen, I used this example before. It's just like parenting. If you were raised by your parents and they disciplined you by beating the fuck out of you till you were bloody lying around and you didn't appreciate that, when you have your own kids, guess what? You're empowered to raise them how you want to raise. You don't have to revert back to some of the tactics your parents used. So people need to stop blaming Floyd Oh, Floyd did this. Everyone, they're just copying the Floyd, because literally, if half these motherfuckers talk shit about Floyd when he was still active, so if you didn't want to do this shit like Canelo or Keith Thurman, they've said shit about Floyd picking his fights, them and their teams and all that. So when he's gone, if he really ruined the sport, like Golden Boy is saying, Oscars De La Hoya has said, then why would you do what you accuse him of doing? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't like pedophiles. I think that's one of the lowest forms of crimes. You know what I mean? And I don't really care what happens to pedophiles. Like, I'm talking about, like, if you just took them out to the back and did your thing and, like, the town threw rocks at them, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's like me saying, oh, yeah, pedophiles are this, and then y'all see on the news that I'm a fucking pedophile. Like, come on, man. Like, if you didn't like when someone did something, then why would you do it too? Shout out to the Cali Enigma, $5 Shmoney Gang. New age boxing fans are killing the sport by helping to stop good fights. I agree with that. So everybody got to stop blaming Floyd Mayweather, because realistically, Floyd has fought one time in the last probably 2-3 years. So why are we still worried about what Floyd did or didn't do? Because I don't even think he did. I don't think he ruined boxing like that, like some of y'all. But either way, he's not really even a factor unless he decides to come back and make himself a factor, which at the moment, he hasn't really done. Like I said, he's only had a Conor McGregor fight in the last couple of years, right? So y'all gotta stop. Oh, Floyd did this, Floyd did, because it's up to these youthful fighters to change the guard, do your own thing. Don't do what, if you really feel Floyd fucked up boxing when he was active, then why are you trying to act like him? Especially when you haven't even accomplished what he's accomplished. So as far as I'm concerned, it's the fans, and like I said, a lot of these fighters like gallivanting around like they are Floyd, and they haven't done that. He changed expectations in pay-per-view, in my opinion, but you make sense. But it doesn't matter if you thought bottom line is, if you didn't like what he did and you thought he strong-arm boxing and was cherry picking, all the shit that people say, then guess what? Why would you do the same thing? Like De La Hoya did this whole, dear Floyd, boxing is so much better without you, and get out of the sport. Okay, he's out of the sport. So why didn't Canelo fight Golovkin in 2016? And then motherfuckers start, oh, boxing is a business. Well, Golovkin wanted to fight in 2016. Canelo was a champion at the time before he vacated his belt to Golovkin. So that's what I'm saying. People talk shit about the previous king, and then they wait till they get in power, and then they do the same shit. You rule the country, you rule the kingdom the same way the last king ruled it. But you was talking shit when he was doing it. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like how something is done, then you step up and you do it different. Like, you don't like my YouTube channel, then you accomplish what I've accomplished and do it your own way and do it the best way. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I've been watching, man, I've been on my crime shit. I love that genre, like mobster movies, gangster movies, crime drama. But I watched, it's a Netflix series called Drug Lords. It's not even that many episodes, maybe 4 or 5 episodes. And they had one episode about Pablo Escobar. And it's just talking about when he was in power and he was pushing blow from Colombia, Medellin, to America, Miami or whatever. Yeah, it's a dope show. Check it out. It's not long. You can watch the episodes in 2 days or so. It's only like 4 or 5 episodes, about an hour long each. Anyway, Pablo Escobar, when he was in power, they were talking about what he was doing. And one of the things Pablo Escobar, what made him so nefarious is he was a type of by any means type of person. Like, if the, I don't know, detectives or whatever, the bureaus were after him, he would retaliate by bombing something, killing people, having hits put out on people, assassinations. So if I'm like, man, Pablo Escobar did X, Y, and Z, why did he do all that? He didn't have to kill all those innocent people and blow up planes and stuff like that. And then when I get into power and I'm the one moving bricks and I'm selling drugs, and then I'm doing the same thing. When people go against me or competition or people don't pay me back, I'm killing them and blowing them up and doing all that. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the same thing. So relating it back to boxing, if you really and truly hated what Floyd did, then why would you become the same man he was? If that's what you felt he did, ruin boxing and all that. That's how I know people are full of shit. Because they couldn't wait to get in, or couldn't wait. Like, and the worst part about it, like people like Canelo, and I love Canelo, but I'm just being real. Canelo, he had the opportunity to take it away from Floyd because they fought. So you actually had the opportunity to, like Highlander, acquire Floyd's A-sideness, just like Floyd did it when he beat De La Hoya, just like De La Hoya did it when he beat Julio Cesar Chavez, right? You had the power and the chance and the popularity that granted you the opportunity where you could have seized that. And Canelo came up mad short because Floyd dogged him. Lars says, and Floyd is overrated too. Listen, I'm not arguing with you because you don't know shit about boxing. I mean, that's simple as that. He's just saying stupid. Floyd is overrated. I mean, whatever. He's just trolling. And like the whole thing is, bro, we seen that you said you were leaving. You don't have to keep saying it. It's not like Drake's leaving the building or something. You keep announcing it. Okay, peace out. We'll see you. So yeah, a lot of these fighters, like I said, they want to be the A. Like Keith Thurman. He's a good fighter, but he hasn't accomplished like Floyd Mayweather type of A-sides. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just a couple of years ago, if you think about it, he was on Broner's undercard. He fought Jesus Soto Kras, fact. Jesus Soto Kras on the undercard of Broner Maidana, fact, right? So my thing is, like, you know what I mean? That was just a couple of years ago. We look at Floyd. Floyd's been the man at least since De La Hoya. I'm not talking about, like, he's had good performances like Gotti and Corrales and all that, but I'm talking about at least cash cow type shit, A-side bullshit. He's been that since at least De La Hoya. So he's been doing this for years. He's been since whenever the De La Hoya fight was, 2005, whenever that shit was, I don't know, right? So he's been, for consecutive years, has been the one, like, if he fights, he has the biggest fight that year. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman can't say that. Keith Thurman, you know what I mean? And realistically, Keith Thurman has like 2 really substantial names, Sean Porter and what's the name, Danny Garcia, great wins, and maybe Diego Chavez. But aside from that, like, the other guys are guys he was really probably expected to be. You know what I'm saying? Canelo has a better resume than Keith Thurman. And Canelo has like contributed to massive events. You feel me? Like Canelo was part of the one card with Floyd Mayweather that did 2.2 million pay-per-view buys. He was part of the pay-per-view headliner with Cotto that did just under 1 million. He was part of the Golovkin fight, the first fight that did 1.3 or whatever the fuck it did. You know what I mean? He sold out 51,000 in Texas fighting a no-name. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman hasn't done those things. He, like, you know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about A-side, like Joshua, Canelo, okay, them guys have some pretty sharp accolades since they've been fighting. You know what I mean? Since they've been fighting. But I can't say Keith Thurman again, I'm not talking about the quality of the fighter. I'm not saying Keith Thurman's a bad fighter. I'm just talking about if you want to stunt like on some A-side shit, like I'm the most impactful welterweight and all this and da-da-da. I don't know. I mean, if you really run the numbers, Danny Garcia, even though he hasn't been a welterweight as long, so you can say, oh, he doesn't have as many impressive welterweight debuts, but in terms of financial success and main events and how, if you add up all the millions of viewership that Danny Garcia got, then he might be the welterweight outside of Pacquiao with the most numbers in terms of attendance, live gate, you know what I mean? Because fights with like Zab Judah did really well for Danny Garcia at the Barclays. Danny Garcia be putting up numbers at the Barclays. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. This whole A-side shit is getting old, to be honest, because majority of the people aren't household names to be My mom knows, she don't watch boxing at all. She knows who Floyd is. She knows who Pacquiao is, right? She don't know who no Keith Thurman is. She's not gonna know Errol Spence. That's not a disrespect to them guys. And she knows her son covers boxing. You know what I'm saying? But that's not. She be watching craft shows and shit. She's not worried about boxing. You know what I mean? If I showed her a picture of Keith Thurman, she ain't gonna be like, oh, is that one time? She's not gonna know him. You know what I'm saying? So most of these guys aren't really in the position to where they've transcended boxing. Like, my mom knows who Conor McGregor is. You know what I mean? So obviously he's done something right in his career too. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't watch UFC either. Marcos is loud. I'm being real. My mom, she ain't gonna. Is that one time in the picture? She's not gonna know who he is. Is that KOs for life? I don't know why I'm making my mom sound like that. She sounds nothing like that. Was that one time? KOs for life? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sick of this. Everybody's A-side shit. Like, okay, you're the welterweight with the 2 belts. That's good. You know what I mean? But you also have the welterweight with 2 belts that everybody's at your fucking neck. Listen, and see, like, I'm not even trying to be funny right here. I'm just being real. Keith Thurman, he's trying to spin it like he's a wanted man because he's the most popping. I don't know that that's the case. I think I think people are calling him out because they think they might be able to beat him, whether they can or can't. You know what I'm saying? But Keith Thurman, from what I've seen, it looks like he's trying to spin it like, oh yeah, I'm the welterweight with the 2 belts and everybody wants to fight me. I'm not mentioning their names. They're mentioning my name. Like, I don't like, because you got to look at, like, just hear me out when we're really talking about this whole A-side shit. If you fought Pacquiao a couple years ago, if you fought definitely Floyd a couple years ago, when you fought Floyd Mayweather, you know you're getting a career high payday. And the way I know this is because Maidana fought Floyd not once but twice, did good for himself, then he fought him again, and now he's fat as fuck, happy as fuck, probably selling drugs the way he's dressing, and he's happy. He retired after that. He found out after them paychecks and getting that extra money for the glove debacle, Glovegate or whatever, that his heart wasn't in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I understand when Floyd says all this shit about A-side and, oh, I pick the fighter. They don't pick me. They get to saying all that because they know Floyd listen. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm being real. Because Amir Khan trains out of Virgil Hunter's gym out here in the Bay where I'm from. I just seen Amir Khan and dapped him up and shit. But if you think about it, Floyd had people like Amir Khan very desperate and hungry and thirsty or whatever to fight him, like chasing him down for that fight. Even Pacquiao. Amir Khan wanted to fight Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He like really wanted to, but a lot of people like Luis Collazo called out Floyd Mayweather. He beat Victor Ortiz or something. He's like, hey, Floyd, come to Brooklyn. Come to Brooklyn, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So I understand Maidana. I understand why everyone wanted to fight Floyd. Keith Thurman called him out. Because, you know, if you fight Floyd, that's a guaranteed biggest payday ever. Like, I don't think Robert Guerrero to this day has fought anybody where he got what he got for Floyd. I think he got like $4 million or something to fight Floyd as the mandatory. You feel what I'm saying? But Keith Thurman's trying to flip it around like, oh yeah, everybody likes my name. And they just want to keep, I don't think that, because I don't think, if you fight Keith Thurman, that's not necessarily going to be your biggest payday ever type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Marv, please stop. You're a casual. You're a casual, fam. Like, I don't want, like, I'm trying to, like, just vibe and talk to the fans. I don't want to have to body someone else in the hot seat. I really don't. But y'all forced my hand, Marv. I don't want to have to body you in the hot seat. Your name is Marv. You probably have a good job, maybe a family. I don't want to have to bother you, man. Y'all want me to body Marv? Do y'all want me to body Marv? Cause I don't want to have to do it. But if the fan, I'm the people's champ. So if the fans want me to body Marv, then I gotta body Marv. Y'all keep talking about I'm drunk and off Grey Goose. I literally just left to get a haircut. I'm just having fun, getting paid, but whatever. And drinking water. See, I always gotta be on drugs and lean and all that. Just that's y'all the dope fiends. Y'all this new generation taking perks and Xan and shit. I don't do none of that. All right, let me get Marv because he talking reckless. Marv says ego off the syrup. Now you gonna be off that casket juice. Let's go. See, I didn't want to have to bar. See, I was gonna let the fans pick your fate, but now you in the hot seat because you talking about, oh, ego on syrup. So you about to be leaning off syrup too. So you just said Paul Williams or Floyd ducked Paul Williams. Explain. I'm about to put what? Listen, I'm gonna put this boy in his casket one take. I promise you, one take. He gonna be off the lean since you want to talk shit. Okay. Bye bye, Marv. One take. I'm a one take him. All I need is one response to put this boy. No. Don't talk about Margarito. I don't give a fuck about no other fighter. Explain, not see. Listen. Explain how Floyd ducked Paul Williams, and you just reiterated it. He said he retired and ducked Margarito and Paul Williams, etc. Floyd retired and Paul Williams is in a fucking wheelchair, so they couldn't have fought after a certain point anyway. You talking about Floyd retiring? His retirement had nothing to do with it because Paul Williams hasn't been able to fight for some years now. So you sound stupid. But anyway, let me one take you. All you have to do is explain. Okay, he never fought Paul Williams. He chose smaller Hatton. Hatton used to balloon up to like 190. So all that smaller bullshit is bullshit because his offseason he'd be fat as fuck and big as fuck. So you already lost with that. And you sound stupid. And once again, when you're saying someone's ducking, show some interview. Like people saying Keith Thurman's ducking Errol Spence. There's at least interviews where he's saying, I'm not fighting Errol Spence this year. I'm not fighting him. Not gonna happen, babe. So show me the interview where Floyd said that, where he's like, I'm not fighting no Paul Williams. Not gonna happen, baby. 2006, not gonna happen, baby. Show me where there's a contract sent and Floyd was like, oh, fuck that, and just crinkled it up. Now it's time for Marv to get up out of here. If y'all want me to body this man one take, all I need is one reply. If y'all want me to body this man in one take, can I get a hell yeah? Man, these dudes, they're gonna learn, man. Stop playing with me. Can I get a hell yeah? I'm gonna body this man. All I need is one. You know how Nas was like, all I need is one mic. All I need is one take, one take. I'm gonna body in one take. So you did a half-ass job of explaining. You didn't show any proof, any interviews, or tell me how to get to the interview of how Floyd openly said I'm not fighting Paul Williams, or threw the contract in the trash, anything like that. And you talking about he ducked him. You know you done fucked up. You know you fucked up, right? Let me body this man. One take. Shout out to my guys at the Boxing Voice. Paul Williams says Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't duck me. Oh, what a quinky dink. The Punisher. Right? He has an inner... Listen, how dumb do you sound when the fighter you just said is ducking got on wax and says he's not ducked? Hold on. Shout out to Net Boxing Voice. Follow them.
I had to sit outside, and I mean, everybody came out here, you know what I'm saying, showed me so much love. You gotta keep pushing, though. That was big, man, because, like, D was a guy, like, they're the best in my era. And pushing, though. That's life.
Give us the thoughts on someone that's like Oscar De La Hoya just coming down here calling you a life champion.
I was up becoming popular.
And should have fought you was Floyd Mayweather. What are your thoughts on him? What are your thoughts of, like, should you guys have fought one another? Do you think he ducked you?
I don't think we should. It wasn't right for us. Like,
that's what called
everything happened for a reason. Like, everything happened in time. Like, it was in the cars. It wasn't in time for me to fight him yet. Like, I guess he was so hot back then, and then like I'm up and coming. They was building me up, and then when like Alvarez and me finna fight. I thought after that fight, yeah, I would have got my shot, but.
Well, sorry, Marv. You looking like Marv from Home Alone, getting fucked up. I set you up with a trap, just like Macaulay Culkin. Yo, get Marv the fuck up out of here. I don't even. He tried to reply with something else. You're destroyed. Nothing else you can say matters. He kept. See, this is what they do. Shout out to the Boxing Voice for the coverage. Listen. I told you I'm gonna get that boy in one take. There's nothing you can say. Nothing you can. You said Floyd ducked Paul Williams, the Punisher Williams. There's nothing you can say after when I just showed you Paul Williams, the person in question, who's saying, "Oh, he didn't duck me. It wasn't the right time. They were building me up, and Floyd was already popping and hot, so the match didn't happen." What can you say to that? How you gonna see? That's what I'm saying. See, this is why these casuals can't. These young boys can't beat me. I told you these young boys can't beat me because all they do is repeat the same rhetoric that they heard another motherfucker say, or another person, oh, IV Floyd and he ducked Paul Williams and Margaret. They just hear that shit and then they run with it. But when it comes down to explain, when it comes down to like, oh, I seen him say that. See, I'm on my boxing shit 24/7, so I know about interviews like this because I'm in the zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the loop. I'm in the know, and you know what I mean? I want to support the Boxing Voice and different people who are doing it the right way for the sport. So I know about these little things, but they don't. They just hear someone else say the bullshit and they like how it sounds and they hate Floyd, so they just go with it. Exactly. But listen, how can you say he ducked a man when the person, like, what more can you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. You're hearing it from the horse's mouth. That's like O.J. Simpson say, "Oh yeah, I killed him. I killed Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson," and you're like, "Nah, he didn't." Like, he just confessed. He said, "Run his DNA." He's admitting to the crime, and the cops are going, "Oh no, he's still innocent." It doesn't work like it. Paul Williams just said himself, Floyd didn't duck him. Get these boys out of here, man. I'm so done. Angel said Marv at home swinging at the air like Cuba Gooding and Boys in the Hood. When he walked in, woo! Oh my gosh, he is swinging. Like I said, see, that's what I'm saying. New media be better. New media gang gang. Oh my gosh. Oh my gang gang. Hey, we right on y'all, blood. Hey, blood, we be right on. Hey. Hey, blood, we be riding on y'all. Y'all getting rode on. Gang gang, man. Like, oh, Floyd duck Paul Williams. Y'all all say the same shit. All say the same shit. And then come to back it up, they can't do it. How do you justify your standpoint when the fighter himself just said he didn't duck me? Why wouldn't Paul Williams, who's clearly can't fight, you know what I mean, everyone respects his situation now, he clearly can't fight anymore because he's confined to a chair. Why, if he wanted to, like, it's not like he could fight Floyd, like I said now. So if he knew of a situation where his team sent Floyd a contract and Floyd was like, fuck that, I'm not fighting this guy, then why wouldn't he say that? Why would he say, no, Floyd didn't duck him? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these motherfuckers will lead y'all astray. And you just start listening to their videos and just repeating the shit that they said. And then y'all get clapped up when you come over here in this hot seat. Anyway, back to the subject. I just feel like a lot of the new cats, they're on some, like, they haven't done what Floyd has done. You know what I mean? Like, Keith Thurman didn't even go to the Olympics, but Floyd did. So your whole career is different than his, right? Who's JG? Floyd didn't do nothing close to what Keith Thurman is doing now. Y'all are saying, he's saying that he didn't openly, like how Keith Thurman is like acting towards Errol Spence. JG, no. Y'all keep saying JG is tripping, but y'all are interpreting what he's saying wrong. He's saying Floyd didn't do anything close to Keith Thurman, meaning there's never been an opponent where he was doing interviews and he was just like, oh, I'm not fighting that. Not gonna happen, baby. I'm not fighting that guy. I'm gonna make y'all wait. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. Y'all are twisting what he's saying. I got it the first time when I read his comment. I knew what he was talking about. Y'all keep saying he's tripping, but he's not. It's just, it's the wording or whatever. He's saying Floyd never had a person who was at his throat like that type shit. And he's just like, oh, I'm not gonna fight him. But like I said, we gotta put a rest to all this A-side, B-side shit. Boxing is a bit, I mean, yes, it's a business. Everything's a fucking business. We know that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, listen. Y'all want, oh my God, I'm about to go in. Do y'all want me to go in? Cause I'm sick of this A-side shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go in, man. I just feel like this. Only in boxing do we deal with the same stupid shit over and over again. Like, boxing is a business. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? Boxing is a business. Duh. Like, everything is a business. If you really, everything that produces money for the most part is really technically a business. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, like, a restaurant, if they hope to stay open and stuff like that, they can't be like, oh, restaurants are a business. You know what I'm saying? Their job is customer service. If you make my shit and the food is cold, if there's hair in it, if it doesn't look like the picture or it's the wrong order, then guess what the restaurant has to do? They have to calm the customer. They have to remake it. They can't just look at the customer, the paying customer, and be like, hey, restaurants are a business, which is technically true. Restaurants are a business. There's no restaurant in America or anywhere else. We'll use America. There's no restaurant in America that has patrons and they can stay open without making money. Name a restaurant that gets no customers, makes no money, and stays open for any length of time. It just wouldn't make sense. You know what I mean? You would stay in the red. So we all get that everything's a business. Like I said, liquor stores or whatever, everything's a business. But it doesn't make sense for, oh, restaurants are a business. So we could just do whatever the fuck and treat have poor customer service, and restaurants are a business, so we got to take care of our needs first. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Restaurants, they still got to get it right for the customers. Only in boxing do you hear this, oh, boxing is a business. So that means you can shit on the consumer because it's a business. You know what I'm saying? So we can't see fights we're dying to pay for. Listen how stupid that is. Listen. I'm a customer. I got money, right? I want to pay for Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. I want to pay for Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And a promoter saying, no. Why not? I got your dough right here. Because boxing is a business, that's why. How stupid does that even sound like? I have money for you if you make Joshua versus Wilder. I have money for you if you make a unification between Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. And you know you got dumbass fans that, no, boxing is a business. It's a business, see? They don't have to make the fight. The fuck? I have money. Listen how stupid that sounds. I have money for you if you make the fight that I want. I have money for you. Make the fight. Oh my gosh, man. Like, no, I'm not gonna make it. I want to see Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. I got money, right? No. Like, no, why? Because boxing is a business. That's why. It's overused and it's stupid. Of course it's a business. Top Rank got to make money. Golden Boy got to make money. Venues got to make money. PBC got to make. We get it. But fans got to know their worth. Talking about boxing as a business. Like, and they always want to compare some shit. Like, man, Keith Thurman should fight Errol Spence. And Floyd Mayweather didn't fight Paul Williams. Who cares? Paul Williams is doing outreach stuff and confined to a wheelchair. Floyd's retired. Like, just because people, like, shout out to the movie Black Panther. I seen it for the second time yesterday. There's a part where after, I don't want to give any spoilers, but some things happen, and then Black Panther, he says later in the movie, the guy says one of the opposing tribes or whatever that lives in the mountains, he said something, and he was like, I'm not responsible for what the kings did before me. I'm the king now, but I can't speak for what past kings did. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. That's how it should be in boxing. Y'all still talking about, oh, Floyd, why he didn't fight Paul Williams? Why didn't he fight Costa Azul, Margarito? They're done for. Margarito's eyes finna fall out. Fuck you mean? Like, why are you even talking about Margarito? He could barely beat someone that Kell Brook just stopped. Carson Jones. You know what I'm saying? His eyes, like, on death row. Like, if he gets, watch, this is Margarito's next fight. Bow! And then his eye gonna fall out. Like, why are we talking about Floyd and Margarito? You know what I'm saying? That fight wouldn't have been good for a while. You know what I mean? That fight is way past. And what does that have to do with 2018? What does that have to do with 2018? Like, so now a great fight between Keith Thurman and Errol Spence couldn't or shouldn't happen because of some shit that happened with Floyd Mayweather, or Pacquiao didn't fight Nate Campbell. Like, it's just, let's see how stupid this shit sounds when you really break it down. Oh, fucking Sugar Ray should have fought Aaron Pryor. I'm telling you, he ducked him. So therefore, no good fights can ever happen. Like, so no good fights can or should ever happen because of some shit in the past didn't happen. You know what I mean? Boxing's not gonna always get it right. I mean, there's a lot of fights that we wanted. Because real talk, when Brandon Rios was looking good at 30, 35 or whatever, I would have loved to have seen him fight. We were supposed to fight Gamboa. They were talking about him fighting Juan Manuel Marquez. I mean, those would have been great fights at the time. Broner was talking hella shit to Marquez. I would have loved to see that back then. You know what I mean? At 35, 40. Well, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So it doesn't always get it right, but that doesn't mean current future fights should never happen as a result. Like, stop it. So basically, because of past fights failed or certain people ducked or whatever you're just trying to say, than fights that have nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like people did this with Canelo and Golovkin before they fought. But Floyd and Pacquiao made us wait 6 years. Who gives a fuck? Nobody wanted to wait 5-6 years. You know what I mean? They had their own issues, drug testing, HBO versus Showtime. Both Canelo and Golovkin been on HBO for a minute. So stop it. Stop comparing that to Pacquiao. Plus, Mayweather-Pacquiao, as you've seen, made a lot more money than Canelo Triple G. So there's no relation to it. There's no relation to it. Oh, but Floyd and Pacquiao, they made us wait 5 years. So now we gotta wait 5 years for... That's not how this shit should be working. Because like I said, at the end of the day, obviously Canelo Golovkin was a good fight. It was a good fight that just, you know, warranted a rematch, but it wasn't financially as successful as Mayweather-Pacquiao. You know what I mean? And I don't think the rematch will be either. Now, I'm not saying it won't be a better fight or it won't be entertaining. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about financial, how many millions of homes they're going to do. You know what I mean? I don't even think it'll come close, to be honest. So stop that. Y'all all say that this fight made us wait, so Keith Thurman should never fight Errol Spence. What? Yo, we got to get the likes up on Gang Gang, right? We got to get the likes up. We just rocking out, vibing. Oh, y'all ain't gonna smash the like button? That's what's up. Like, fuck you, ego. You stuck at these amount of likes forever. The more he fights and wins, the more money he should make. I don't know, man. We just got to get boxing back to its rightful place. You know, and we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why Golden Boy and K2 had to make the Canelo Triple G fight, because fans weren't trying to wait no 5 years. I could already tell you. And you wait too long, especially if you're putting on like fights that they don't care about in the interim. People are gonna be mad. We got to get past this Cold War shit. You know what I mean? Bob Arum and Golden Boy, like, y'all already make a lot of money. Like, I mean, De La Hoya at least fought, and Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean, as promoters, at least they fought, so they know what it's like to actually take punches, but they're no longer fighting. So the thing is, the way I look at it is like this, is like, people like Bob Arum, like, you don't have to take punches. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get up in there and run 8 miles or train. You're getting paid regardless. So it's like, how is it the people in the suits and the behind the scenes people who can drink, you know what I mean, drink alcohol because they're not cutting weight, things like that, they're the ones that are oftentimes behind these fights not happening? How is that justifiable? You know what I mean? Maybe both fighters want, like, I don't know, maybe Joshua wants to fight Deontay Wilder. So how is it that the two fighters are superbly down to fight each other if they keep winning? And, you know what I mean, like I said, people who can do whatever, drink alcohol if they want, don't have to be on no certain diet, wear a suit, the business side, the business people, the people in suits, they're the ones that like, oh no, I don't want to make that fight. You know what I mean? Like, I seen something from Billy Joe Saunders that disgusted me. And I'm a real person. He said something about why Danny Jacobs' fight didn't happen, right? And I call it fair. I gave Billy Joe Saunders a lot of credit for beating David Lemieux. Not that I've never seen David Lemieux get beaten, because we have. We've seen him knocked out. We've seen Golovkin knock him out. But it's because he took a fight in someone's backyard as a champion. I gotta respect that. And he made it look easy. You know what I'm saying? A fight that a lot of people thought was 60-40, 50-50, he made it look easy. So I gave him credit. But then after, he kind of, I'm not gonna say he ruined it, it was still a great performance, but he did a positive, and then something negative kind of came and like weighed that down. And what he did is, he did an interview talking about, oh, if Danny Jacobs really wanted to fight me, he shouldn't have signed to Eddie Hearn. Man, like Bishop said in Juice, Man, get off that shit. Everything starts from now. Like, that's the most ridiculous statement that I've heard in a while in boxing. So now we got fighters who allegedly are champions and want fights, but they're saying, hey, if you really wanted to fight me, you shouldn't have signed to this guy. Like, come on, that's crazy. So Danny Jacobs, as a man, as a father, I think he's married, I don't know, as a husband maybe, or boyfriend or whatever, right? He has a duty to take care of what's his, you know what I mean, his household, his family and stuff like that. He's after, so if Eddie Hearn's showing him, kicking him dope and bringing him to HBO where all the middleweights are for the most part, the big ones, and they offered him a lucrative deal, he can't pass that up. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn's a good promoter too. You know what I mean? He can't pass that up. Billy Joe Saunders talking about if he really wanted to fight me, you shouldn't have signed to him. That's chicken shit to me, because again, he has a family to take care of. How is he gonna not take a good deal, something that's a good deal? Once again, only in boxing. Only in boxing do you hear this stuff. Like, let's say the 49ers and the Green Bay are the best teams in this conference, right? Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. That's like the Packers saying, oh, if Jimmy Garoppolo, if he really wanted to play us, he shouldn't have signed with the Niners. If he wanted to play against us, we're the best and they're the best, but if he really wanted to play against us, he shouldn't have joined the team. Like, that sounds crazy to me. If he really wanted to fight me, he shouldn't have chose this as a promoter. Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn got to just get over that and work with each other. There's good fights that they can intertwine or intercross, whatever the word is, if they work together. You know what I mean? You're talking about you wanted to fight, you should have never signed. You can't control another man's. You know what I mean? I thought boxing is a business. So Danny Jacobs got to go to a promoter that only your promoter is cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Because all I know is I'm gonna do what's right for me and my family. And I don't give a fuck who's mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna tell, oh, if you really wanted to do, you shouldn't. These promoters, network, they all got to figure that out. Period. I hate this Cold War stuff. Promoters start the beef so they can avoid other promoters and keep money in house. That's what it seems like. Like, I mean, like, really analyze the Lomachenko. Like, see, y'all motherfuckers get mad when I say I told y'all so, but did I tell y'all so? Look at this Lomachenko-Linares situation. It doesn't look like there's any steps closer to happening than before. But they were in negotiations. Like, what's so hard? The two fighters say they want it. The fans said, I would love that fight. I would pay for that fight. But guess what? When it comes down to promoters, now there's issues. And the thing with Lomachenko-Linares, earlier issue was money, but that's since been resolved from what I've heard. So now the issue is May 12th and the date, and oh, is it going to be on ESPN? HBO's trying to pay more money. Like, come on, man. You already know what that is. That's, once again, the people in the suits having a pissing contest, having a dick measuring contest, and as a result, the fans get fucked over like they've been in the past, where we don't get to see the fight. Or we gotta wait to see it at a later date or some shit. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I told you, this is what they keep doing with Lomachenko. And I really think, I'm not on anybody's side, like how some of y'all say. I don't have a problem with Top Rank or Golden Boy, but I really feel this is Top Rank's doing, because they've done this in the past. They've done it with Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Where Lomachenko or Pacquiao, they keep getting linked to all these great names that fans really and truly want to see them fight. And then for one reason or another, it always fizzles out. Like even Pacquiao versus Mayweather, everybody wanted it. And due to the Top Rank fighter in his side, he didn't want to do drug tests. That is the first level of dissension between the two camps. It was not over money. It wasn't about like networks and stuff. The very first roadblock, the very first, was this drug testing, Olympic style blood and urine. You know what I mean? And beyond that, Pacquiao, he's he's gonna fight Matisse, Broner, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. And then he's fighting Brandon Rios coming off a loss. He's fighting Chris Algieri. He's fighting Jesse Vargas. Timothy Bradley 3. Oh, Mike Alvarado this. You know what I'm saying? It's just too predictable. Y'all can't keep, I'm not dumb. You're not gonna be able to just keep doing the same magic trick on me and I'm not gonna pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? I notice patterns. And there's one with top rank. Same thing with Lomachenko. Like, don't get me wrong, in the amount of fights he has based on his age and experience as an amateur, he has some good names. He has some good names, but there's some other really good fights out there, and everybody has something to say. And then when it comes to make the fight, it's always so hard. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta stop comparing. Like, put it this way: saying Floyd would lose to Lomachenko and Pacquiao would lose to Lomachenko, and Lomachenko is the best thing since Muhammad Ali, if not better, blah, 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 all this stuff. Yeah, you got to put that on pause until you start putting together a fight for Lomachenko that's really going to prove it. And I'm sorry, after Ray Beltran's last performance, I can't really say, even though he's a champion, he fought for a vacant belt. He fought a guy that no one really heard of, the Moses dude, for a vacant belt. You know what I'm saying? And then he didn't. Some people thought he didn't even win. So if Lomachenko were to beat Ray Beltran, with that considered, the fact that Beltran lost to Ricky Burns, even though he didn't really lose, clearly lost to Terrence Crawford. I was in Omaha for that fight. You know what I mean? Like, all those things considered, I really feel like that's not a fight that's going, at this point, is going to prove what Lomachenko, how great he really is, or whatever the situation is. If y'all still here, just type in a comment, because the chat seems to have stopped. So I don't know if people are even in the comment anymore. Robert Singleton says Beltran will be a great test for Lomachenko, but he didn't look great in his last fight. See, I based it off of if he looked like when he had in his last 4 fights, he knocked out 2. I was at one of them when Crawford fought John Molina. He fought on that undercard, and he knocked out an undefeated fighter brutally. And then he knocked out another guy brutally. So if he had that type of performance, then that would give him more momentum to the point where people could believe that he would do better versus Lomachenko. But off of his last performance, where he got the title, he didn't look that great. He didn't look that great. So I'm not saying it's the worst fight ever, but to me, based on that performance and the momentum that Beltran has, I wouldn't say that would be, that's not going to be the type of performance that really shows that Lomachenko is as advertised by Top Rank and HBO and ESPN. I'm sorry. I think Jorge Linares, you got to give him more credit because he has title defenses. He's fought and defended his title. Beltran just got the title, and most likely his first fight with a new belt, he's going to defend against a guy who's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist with some momentum. You get me? So that would be like David Lemieux. It's not that he's a terrible fighter, but he fought for a vacant title against Hassan N'Dam. And then his very first fight was against Gennady Golovkin, who's a silver medalist and had a lot of momentum and power and stuff like that. And that was his first fight. No title defenses. Like, based on that performance, I would like to, it would be better if Ray Beltran fought like Robert Easter or something, had a title defense, and then fought Lomachenko. Because then I want to see if Ray Beltran would have, here's a good point. Since Ray Beltran fought for a vacant title, just listen to what I'm saying. Tell me if this don't make sense. Since he fought for a vacant title, right? He fought a guy who was really unknown. I really don't even know the guy's name right now. I think it's like Moses something, right? Fought for a vacant title. Didn't look particularly great. Now I want to see him fight somebody to see if he would even been able to hold on to the title. For example, if Ray Beltran fought Robert Easter and beat him, then that's a good win. And then fight Lomachenko, then I'd be like, okay, because I knew that he could get past Robert Easter. But if he can't get past Robert Easter, right, or Javier Fortuna or somebody like that, then this is the thing. Everyone's gonna give Lomachenko a whole bunch of props, like, oh, he beat Ray Beltran, which is something Terrence Crawford did years ago, right? They're gonna say, oh, he beat Ray Beltran. But guess what? When someone fights for a vacant title, especially if they don't look good in doing it, and they've never been a champion before, right? Then you don't know if they would have beat someone who might even be lesser than Lomachenko. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, if Ray, put it this way, if Ray Beltran fought Lomachenko and he beats him, that's cool, but he's at this point kind of untested as a champion. So there's no guarantee that he could beat Javier Fortuna. There's no guarantee that he would beat Robert Easter Jr. There's no guarantee he would beat Jorge Linares. So it's not just a Lomachenko thing. He might lose to everybody I just named. I don't know. Does that make sense to y'all? So I just, given the fact of Beltran's never been a champion and how he got the belt, I would like to see a title defense in between Lomachenko, because we know Lomachenko is good, but we're trying to see how good he is. You know what I mean? And coming off that performance, that doesn't really have me sold. Like I said, if put it this way, if I do a poll right now and said Ray Beltran in his very next fight, if he fights Javier Fortuna, if he fights Robert Easter Jr., if he fights Jorge Linares, I guarantee you not everyone would pick Beltran to beat all three of those people. I guarantee you that. They would be like, oh no, Linares will beat him, or Javier Fortuna will beat him. You know what I'm saying? People would have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, to me, it's, as a champion, I want to see who, when you've never been a champion before. Not like a guy like Tim Bradley who's been a champion and then lost it and then later been a champion. I think he fought Jesse Vargas for a vacant belt. But the thing is, Bradley got belts other ways, by beating people. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like his first time being a champion. He's a multiple-time champion. Ray Beltran is not. But see, this is what Top Rank's going to do. Probably make Lomachenko versus Beltran, and then they're going to get whatever result, and if it's Lomachenko, then it's going to be boosted up, like, oh yeah, Lomachenko, he beat Ray Beltran, he looked good, he was styling on him. But again, Ray Beltran at this moment, especially off of that performance, stylistically it's a solid fight, but he's still an unproven champion, which is the whole point. With no title defense, never been a champion before, we still don't know if he could beat any top level guy, let alone Lomachenko, even though Lomachenko's moving up. So that, I guess that's the point of, that's the intriguing part, is that Lomachenko's moving up. But even that is not, like, if you know your history, that's not even that impressive. If I'm not mistaken, Lomachenko fought at lightweight in his amateur career. He's fought at 135 before, right? He's definitely fought at 130. So everyone's talking about his boxing career, how he moved from featherweight 126 to 130, but he had already fought at 130 as an amateur. So you have to keep that in mind. That, like, even though as a pro he moved up from featherweight to 130 and now he's moving up to 35, I believe he fought at those weights as an amateur. So it's not like he has no fucking experience at those higher weights. You know what I'm saying? Now once he starts getting to like 147, to my knowledge, stuff like that, that would be untested territory, because as an amateur I don't think he fought that high. I don't think he fought at no 140 or 147, definitely 147. So then that would be something different. Now you're going well above your amateur reach. So that's just my thoughts on that situation. I just think Beltran can make it rough for Loma. It's possible. I mean, he definitely has power, but like I said, it's David Lemieux versus Triple G. Everybody gave Triple G. Listen, here's a quick question: Gennady Golovkin beating David Lemieux or Daniel Jacobs? What is a better win? Like what is the better name to you guys? What's the better name to have that person's name and then a W next to it? Golovkin beating Jacobs or Golovkin beating David Lemieux? Exactly. Look at how everybody's putting Jacobs. You know why? They had both been stopped. David Lemieux got stopped. Danny Jacobs had been stopped in his career. But Lemieux got stopped in extra time. And Danny Jacobs actually got a belt. And then he fought Peter Quillin, knocked him out in 1 round. And he beat Sergio Mora twice. And he had, like, you know what I mean, defended that, his version of the regular belt, the WBA regular belt. David Lemieux was a brand new champion through a vacancy against Hassan Indam. Do you get what I'm saying? So most people would give Golovkin more credit for a victory over Daniel Jacobs because he had a better win. That Peter Quillin win is kind of better than any win that David Lemieux had. I mean, who was David Lemieux beat that's better than Peter Quillin at the time? That was, you know what I mean, Peter Quillin was a champion. So that's what I'm saying. That's a great example, I guess, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about unproven. Jacobs had more momentum. He had proven more than David Lemieux with 2 losses, been stopped, and beating guys like Fernando Guerrero, and then beating Hassan Indam and immediately fighting Golovkin, right? And that's how it is, that's how I feel with Ray Beltran. Stylistically, maybe he can make it rough, but at the end of the day, he's still an unproven champion. He's a new champion. He's unproven. So I don't even know if he could beat other guys not named Lomachenko, let alone Lomachenko. I don't know that I would pick him over Robert Easter. I don't know that I would pick him versus Jorge Linares or Javier Fortuna the way he was looking. That's my point. All right, let me body one more dude. Cesar Ailman. We got a hot seat. Everybody grab your popcorn. I'm so sick of just this casual shit. Y'all casuals is getting slaughtered. Slaughter out. You guys are getting murked. Cesar Ailman says Daniel Jacobs was overweight big time versus Golovkin. Okay, so what was Jacobs' weight? Caesar. Everybody grab your popcorn. How much did Jacobs weigh? He says 170 plus question mark. How much does he weigh? Why? I mean, you said, okay, listen, this is how you break these dudes down. He says he was overweight big time, but he says 170 plus question mark. Now he's saying, I don't know, I'm asking. But your statement wasn't asking. Your statement says Daniel Jacobs was overweight versus Golovkin big time. But then come to find out, when you're in the hot seat, you don't even know how much he weighed. So how does that work? So you accused him of being overweight big time, yet you're asking what he weighed on the fight night. But guess what? It wasn't revealed on the HBO unofficial. They didn't do one. So we don't know how much he weighed. It's all speculation. So once again, you see, this is what they do. You see how they make this. Someone said, boo this man. What movie is that from? That is hilarious. I know that's from a movie. He's like, boo this man. Or Chappelle Show or something. See, this is what I'm saying. They always make this statement, and then when it comes down in the hot seat to explain it, they never can. You said Jacobs was overweight big time, but then you just proved that you don't know how much he weighed. So how did you make the statement about him being overweight big time if you don't even know how much he weighed? Half-baked, thank you. Yeah, I remember that dude. When Bob Saget and that other black dude stood up. Shout out to Mosquito. You're just regurgitating other fanboy rhetoric. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's like, okay, imagine if I did what these fanboys and man fans did. What if I'm like, man, fuck Canelo versus Triple G 2. I'm not buying that pay-per-view. Man, that is so ridiculously priced. And then someone says, Ego, how much is the pay-per-view? I don't know. That would be the equivalent of what you just did. So you just said, you just shitted on the Canelo versus Triple G 2 pay-per-view and said, hey, it's so ridiculously priced. And then when someone asks you how much it is, you don't even know the price point. So how did you make the first statement that you made if you don't even know the answer? How do you say that Jacobs was mad overweight, massively overweight versus Triple G, and you don't even know how much he weighed? Get this man out of here, man. Do I have any shooters left on deck? Do I have any shooters that can get this man about it out of the hot seat? Because everyone in ESPN and other YouTube guys said so. Bro, what YouTube guys? What YouTube guy? Like, what YouTube guy says it? And just because literally I've seen a lot of YouTube guys say a lot of things. That don't make it true. Just because you pour syrup on, and then you said ESPN, oh, with Dan Rayfield, is like, get this man out of here. Shout out to Portia. You see what we deal with? Because a lot of YouTube, but okay, listen. This is why it's so frustrating dealing with casuals, right? He just said, oh, I said that because ESPN and a lot of YouTube guys said it. So why did you have to say YouTube guys? Why didn't you say what guy off of YouTube? See how it's always ambiguous? Oh, a lot of people. He didn't say like Dan Rayfield said it and he, you know what I mean, proved the numbers or showed the number. He didn't say this YouTube channel. So he just said a lot of YouTube guys. So it's super ambiguous. So we're supposed to believe that these random people have credibility and we don't even know who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, would you guys donate to a GoFundMe account or a charity and you don't know where your money's going? If it just said, please help all of us. You gonna donate money on GoFundMe? The shit talking about help all of us? Like, help who? Who are we help? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. It's always ambiguous. And two, once again, answer this. If Daniel Jacobs opted not to do the IBF same day weigh-in, he didn't even show up for it, so he didn't weigh in. HBO didn't even do on their pay-per-view telecast. They didn't do an unofficial weigh-in. So where is this weight coming from? What YouTube guy can tell you what weight Daniel Jacobs was when it was never even revealed on the telecast and he didn't go to the IBF? He didn't go to the IBF weigh-in. So how do you know how much he weighed? How would ESPN know how much he weighed? Unless they had their own personal scale, which I don't know about, and said, Jacob, stand on here. But if he's not going to do an HBO unofficial, why is he going to do it for ESPN when the fight's on HBO pay-per-view? See how stupid this shit sounds? Crazy. You're better off just saying you don't know. Say he looked big, if that's what you want to say. He weighed in at 159.7. They're talking about rehydration fight night, not his Friday weigh-in. So once again, it's like, show us the numbers. Where are the numbers? Show me how I could get to Daniel, since he and other people keep saying that. Show me how I could get to Daniel Jacobs' fight night weigh-in. Damn, this boxing hype dude keeps getting blocked. He already got blocked. Now he just got again. Bow. Shout out to Big Time, $10 super chat, Money Gang. These casuals love to live in ambiguity. That's exactly it. Because with ambiguity comes, it's like an anonymous call. You didn't reveal who you were, so if it was like a blocked number, then there's no way to trace it. So that's what they want. They don't want to be able to trace it because they don't have a source or a credible source. So they just live, oh, some YouTube guy told me, so I'm supposed to believe. So the YouTube guy could be on crack and doing meth, and I'm just supposed to believe it because the YouTube guy said it. You know what I mean? And realistically, there's a lot of people. Anyone can start a YouTube channel. Again, doesn't mean you know your shit. Doesn't mean you have any inside connections. You know what I mean? Literally anyone can make a YouTube channel. But this is what they get their information from. Just anybody. Ego, Dan Rayfield. ESPN did have a scale, but Dan Rayfield broke it. Hey, you tried him with that. Wow. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. It's been real. Thank you guys for the tune in live stream. We just talking this boxing stuff, but like I said, Frank Castle, the Punisher. There will be justice out this motherfucker. Everybody has all the, oh, Jacob, see, he weighed 206. He didn't even weigh in. How do you know? How do you know he weighed 206? sad. It's sad. And that's what happens. When people don't know, they make shit up. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the deal. They just make shit up. I never discuss my finances on YouTube. You know what I mean? I rarely do, if anything. People, oh, Ego, you're fucking broke. You're homeless. Okay. Like, how would you know anything about my personal life and my money? Again, when people don't know, they just make shit up. But it comes with the territory. Bro, you keep the grind going. Thank you. Shout out to the support. New media, Ego Army, Ego Mafia. I told you we are the mob, money on top of boxing. Let's get it. Make sure y'all get some last minute likes up in that thing. Holla at the kid. Everybody enjoy their night. Peace out.